Well, good Monday, everybody. The time right now, 7:56. This is live, but it will also be recorded, so you may catch the recorded version. Look at that. Oh, man, not a bad Monday. Not a bad Monday at all. Really pretty sunset for us. Temperatures are great. Humidity's gone. This time a week ago, we were in the mid-90s. We had a heat index of 110. Humidity was through the roof. It was terrible. Then today comes in, and it's the coolest day since May 29th. I mean, today's just off the charts. So nice. Fall weather, fall-like weather here. And, August, the end of August, we do expect some transition in our weather to begin as we're at the tail end of summer. But this is a pretty significant, hard switch into fall. And what's interesting to me about it is not just the fact that it's unusually, likely record-breaking cool for us, at least at times. It's how long this thing looks to last. It's going to be here a while. So if you were looking for, a little break from the summer heat, this is a good one. We often do see these little, end of August, early September teasers that come in, but they're a day or two. This one's going to last longer than that. So let's get to it. Let me show you what we see. The reason why our temperatures have taken a big dip is that thing that we've been telling you about called the heat dome has moved off to the south and west, and it's weakened a lot too. So that's out of here. Now what replaced it is this low pressure out of the north, out of the Great Lakes area. Now in the wintertime, the buzzword is the polar vortex. And when that breaks free, you get really cold. In summertime, it's the heat dome. So not the polar vortex there, but to give you just the idea of we're on the cooler end of things because this low pressure has come down. Our jet stream has shifted. We kicked the heat out of here, and it's going to last with us. We keep this general cooler, weather in our area, our neck of the woods, for a while. So we had a record low this morning, 55. That beat the record of 56 out at KCI, not the entire Kansas City record book since the late 1800s. But since we've been keeping records at KCI, so that broke a record there for this morning. And then tonight looks even cooler. We're forecasting 52, and that does beat the all-time record cool temperature for August 26. That's a 115-year-old record, by the way. That was 53. So we don't do this often. In fact, look at this. Some of us dip back into the 40s by tomorrow morning. So Richmond, St. Joe, Cameron, Chillicothe, even like Warrensburg and Clinton, south of I-70. Down into the 40s. And we have a shot at that in Kansas City too. We've only hit the 40s 3 times on record at KCI. I say KCI because if you want to compare apples to apples, that's one place where we've kept the record consistent since the early 1970s. But we've kept records in Kansas City in some spot or another. It's just moved around since the late 1800s. So cool morning. This is not what you expect to see on an August morning, even if it's at the end of August. You don't see that often. So just thinking about the bus stop tomorrow. A lot of students going to be wearing the hoodie to start, but you don't need it for the afternoon. We warm it up. Tomorrow's amazing. It's an amazing day. 50s in the morning, 70s in the afternoon, upper 70s at that. And sunshine, t-shirt for the ride home. Tell the students not to forget their coat whenever they're taking it in the morning. That'll probably happen a lot. So here's another thing that stands out to me with fake fall. We've got 28 days left of summer officially. We could still get warm well into October. But nobody knows, but I'm going to say the hot stuff is done. The pattern has just changed too much. And once you shut the Gulf moisture down, the high humidity, it's not, impossible to get it back, but it just is kind of hard. So the humidity, it'll come back up. This is really low now, but it's not going to be like it was a week ago. It just seems like everything has turned. And we'll have warm days come back, but hot, probably not. So officially fall doesn't begin until September 22nd. That's the autumnal equinox. And days that will feel like summer this week, 0. We're staying cool for now. So here's another way to look at it. 10-day temperature outlook, that big blob of blue, the cooler than normal temperatures, not just for us, but all across a big chunk of the central and eastern United States. So here's a close look at Tuesday. We're at 52 in the morning, your afternoon high of 77, record cool start, sunshine. I mean, that's like a perfect day. And this is where we're going to live this week. Is high temperatures are all going to stay below normal. Normal's 86. We're going to be in the mid 70s to 80, about a 5-degree range that we're going to run around. There's another front that comes in later this week, so you can see Thursday takes a little dip. Then another front comes in on Friday, and that one's not very strong, but it just reinforces the cool air. It keeps our temperatures held down below normal. So, yeah, you could plunk this right in the middle of mid to late September or even early October, and it'd be right at home. So there's the temperature story. Now let's look at this. This is something else that we have to watch, is the chance for rain over the next 3 days. And this looks to be a razor-sharp cutoff where some of us are going to get a lot of rain. I mean, in our counties, our southern and western counties, Franklin and Anderson and like Lynn and Henry maybe, and Bates County, we could get some pretty hefty stuff down there, 3 inches or more. And meanwhile, in Kansas City, we may get none. What we have to watch with this is, one, some spots could get flooding rain. And then the other thing is this could move just a little bit, and then Kansas City could be in it. So right now, it looks like across all the computer forecasts that Kansas City does not get the heavy rain. So we just need to be checking in to make sure that sticks in the metro. But it's going to be close. It's going to be real close. Tuesday's dry. Everybody's dry on Tuesday. Wednesday, it's light rain generally. Kansas City, chances are really low at just 20%. It's higher if you're south and west. Thursday's the day, Wednesday night and Thursday, where we could get a stripe of some really pretty hefty rain south of Kansas City. So just be keeping an eye on that. And if you are down there in some of our southern areas, then you may get a good soaking. Look at that pretty view. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Air quality tomorrow is good. Temperatures right now, 68 degrees, upper 60s, low 70s. It is just incredible out there. And as we look ahead to the rest of tonight, look at us tumble. Whenever you have clear skies like we do, and you have dry air with low humidity like we do, then that sets the table for a nice cooling ability in the atmosphere. And you can, it's called radiational cooling, where you just radiate all the heat away that you build in during the day, and it radiates to outer space. Clouds actually kind of trap that in. If you have cloudy skies at night, it'll actually keep your temperatures warmer. But we don't have that tonight, so that allows us to go down to the low 50s by the morning. Another look at those lows. Normal low 65, by the way, so we're like 15 degrees below normal. And here's another peek at your Tuesday hour by hour. And 50s in the morning, 60s there for a brief little stop in mid-morning, and then it's 70s the rest of the day. East wind at 5 to 10. A couple of us may make it to 80, west and south of Kansas City, but by and large, upper 70s looks to be the rule. So something else that you should see on your Tuesday, see that little bit of rain up there by Maryville and St. Joe? You might see some light showers north of Kansas City tomorrow. I don't think we're going to get them in the metro, but just heads up. So there's Tuesday. Wednesday's 80. Then it comes back down a little bit on Thursday. Let's show you that rain on Thursday. You can see how close it is, but it's likely just missing us. Boy, if that were snow, whoa, that'd be a tough forecast. That would not be fun. That'd be like the difference of, well, let's see, what would that be? 3 inches of liquid would equate to roughly 30 inches of snow, because it's about a 10-to-1 ratio. So that'd be like 30 inches of snow versus none. Like over 2 feet of snow versus none. Oh, that'd be horrible. So glad it's not that. Friday, 79. We've got so many events coming up too. So Nebraska football out of Arrowhead is on Thursday if you're a Cornhusker fan. We've got KU. They're going to be playing. Of course, K-State, Mizzou. College football back in action. We've got Santa Caligon Days. We've got Irish Fest on Saturday. KC Current, let me show you this. This weekend is great. So last time the Current played, they had a delay of 3.5 hours because it was too hot and too humid. It was a danger to the players. Well, it's going to be a lot better this time. They're going to be in the mid-70s. Awesome. So Labor Day weekend. Here, let me get you that full 7-day. Labor Day weekend is just, you got to make plans. I mean, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all of them are looking dry. All of them are looking super comfortable. There's Monday, Labor Day. back up to about 80. So it sticks, everybody. Good, good, good. All right, let's see if we have any questions before I cut you guys free. Windows open, AC off. Yes, Nancy, I'm with you. One, I love a cool room for sleeping at night, and I live on my bedroom is on the second level of the house, and it just all the heat gets up there and just kind of sits, and it's just it takes a long time to try to cool it down. So I haven't slept well lately. It's probably why I'm sick. I got a cold. But open up those windows and let that cool fall air in. I love it. Austin, my weekend was great, buddy. Thank you so much for asking. Better than I deserve. So hope you had a good weekend too, pal. Okay, everybody, that's the updates for you there. The things that we'll be focusing in on the 10 is I'm going to see if we have updates on our low tonight, if that looks to change in any of our weather data. And then that rain, we got to watch that close. So that's what we'll bring for you there. And if anything else new pops up that we didn't see before, sometimes that happens. All right, guys, take care. Hope this was helpful. We'll see you at 10 o'clock. Have a good night.